In this tutorial for Brizy, we are looking at the tabs element that you can find in both the free and pro versions of Brizy. Just like the accordion, tabs are used to bring things together and free up a little bit of real estate on your site and group things into almost like a file folder structure. For example, here in preparation for Oktoberfest in 2019, this restaurant has a menu set that they have prepared online, which you can book beforehand, and they've grouped it nicely into these tabs, 1, 2, 3. Let's see how you can bring in this element and then how you go about styling it. Within Brizy Page Builder, I will bring in a new blank block, and then I'll bring in the tabs over here, go to your add elements, and you'll find tabs here. Click and drag and drop it. It comes in by default with 2 tabs, and within each tab there is already a default element included as a placeholder. In tab 1 you can see there's an icon. If you click on it you see the icon settings. Tab 2 is a button. Again, if you click on it you see the button settings. You are not restricted to these elements. In fact, any element can go within a tab. So let's delete these placeholder tabs. I'll click here on the delete, go to tab 1, and then click on the icon and also delete. To do something similar like we have here at the top, what I'll do is I will delete also the second column. Now we have tabs nicely spaced all over our page. Let's first look at the content that you can bring in. And seriously, you can bring in any element over here. To show you, I'm going to bring in a column first and drop it in there, and you can see we have 2 columns now. Within these 2 columns, I will bring in an image. Over here, I can bring in text, and I can bring in more text, exactly like we've styled that, an icon box. I think that was an icon box. And then from here, let's bring in an image. We bring in our Oktoberfest image over there. Makes me hungry just looking at it. Scale it a little bit over here. Then for this, you can say menu 1. I'm just going to give it a menu 1, and then let's put it on a heading 1 over here for the young at heart, and let's also put that on. Oh, Montserrat is not here. I think it's over here. And then let's change our color over here, and for this one, say book now. Booko now. Let's take that out, book now, and then let's align it to the left. And what I did here for the icon, I looked for food. And there was food over here. And we can change the color for that. And this is how you bring in content. Anything you can bring in here. You can bring in more columns. You can delete columns. You can bring in more rows. It's really a styling delight what you can do within a tab. The thing though, that as you look at the tabs that we have here at the top, every tab is very similar in layout. When you want to achieve that, you need to make sure that you style one tab first and then style the other tab. So let's have a look at the styling. Let's just delete this, a little bit crowded at this moment. And also let's go and delete this row over here. Good, so let's leave it like that. We're not going to worry too much about this. Let's just get that there. Color. Let's look at the styling of the tab. The first thing is that you can change the labels of the tabs. All you need to do is triple click to select everything or highlight everything with your cursor, and then you can type in what you want there. Like I said, if you want this exact layout to be in tab 2, the idea is to delete tab 2. Did you see what I just did? I'll Control Command Z to undo. I click on tab 2 and then I go to delete. Tab 2 is now gone. Go again to tab 1 and now click on duplicate, and it will duplicate it exactly. And now you can style it a little bit differently. So I can bring in a different picture, this, bring in that picture, and we can call this menu 2. And that's how you duplicate and delete tabs. If I want to do one more for menu 3, go over here, menu 3, let's call this menu 3, and also just change the picture for our reference. This one. Great. And now we've got our 3 tabs. The styling of the tabs are very basic. You change the label's typography with the typography settings. Let's go for something predetermined like subtitle. Change the color. Currently it's on background. Choose text. Let's change that a little bit darker. We can align the labels to the center, to the right, and again to the left. Actually, doesn't look too bad in the center. And then if you wanted to change the background color, you can do that as well, like this. Reduce the opacity a little bit. And you can bring in a border as well to make it stand out a little bit. And over here at the bottom, you will change the width of the border. Put it on 1, or if you want to go extreme, put it on something a little bit thicker. Right, so you have achieved this. And then if you want to have a little bit of a background, what we did over here. Okay, so you can see, let's just make this one then a little bit, this is our background. We have to bring it in darker. And then for our text, we need to go white so it can stand out. And text opacity all the way to 100%. And then for this, what is this? It's insert. That's what's going on here. Let's put it on white. Also on white. And on white. Okay, by no means a masterpiece, nothing like the one created up here, but this is what you will be working towards and how you will be working with the tab. And the moment I said by no means a masterpiece, I want to go and make it look a little bit better. And we can go again to the border. Let's put that back at 2. It looks a little bit more refined. And I'm going to put those tabs again on the left. Let's change this color here of my icon, which of course has got nothing to do with the tabs. We are just purely gentrifying a few things around here. Let's go back to that, and for our text, put that on dark. Okay, there you go. This is the whole purpose of the tabs, and that you can bring things in together. So the main thing to remember, the great thing about Brizy is that you can bring in any element within the tabs. That makes it truly a remarkable feature for a free version of Brizy, as well as included in the Pro version. Please feel free to share what you've done with the tabs. Leave your links in the comments below if you have some good examples to share with us on how you've used tabs on your site. And for other videos and tutorials on Brizy, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also visit the Facebook community and check out the website at brizy.io.